Welcome back to the Candid Conversation Show. My name is Muriel, and on the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. We are having a discussion today with my friend, Dr. Nicole Bramwell. She's owner of CFI Weight Loss Clinic. She counsels patients and families in proper nutrition and maintaining a healthy weight. We want to welcome you to the Candid Conversation Show.
Thank you.
It's
I'm so happy to be here.
It's nice to meet you. I know my sister knows you, but I never met you, so I'm so happy to meet you.
Yes, finally, right?
Yes. We want to just get a little personal and get to know a little bit about your upbringing.
Okay. All right. Well, I grew up not too far from here in Daytona Beach.
Okay.
After moving there when I was 10, and
You're a Floridian.
Not really.
You don't want to admit it.
And my mom, for the most part, was a single mom.
Okay.
From the time I was age 6, and so with my sister and I, we forged a team. We always worked as a team.
That's the way to
very
go.
driven, goal-oriented. We got things done.
That's right.
Mowed the lawn.
Yes.
Oh. Cleaned the house.
That's right. You
Whatever
did it all.
needed to be done, exactly. Worked from the age of 12.
Oh my goodness.
With a friend's catering, family business that was catering.
Okay.
So very exciting, great childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're always such a happy person. You always have a smile on your face.
Oh yeah. Well, you gotta laugh at yourself
You
and
have
at
to.
life, right?
So I know that you didn't mention anything about medical, but
Yeah.
you have this wonderful company called CFI Institute, and you deal with weight management, proper nutrition. What made you, why that?
Wow.
Why?
So that's a loaded question.
Yes.
So I actually, I always wanted to be a doctor. I always wanted to be a pediatrician
Okay.
from the time I was 8 years old.
Really?
And so everything that I did was en route to that.
Okay.
But definitely after going into training and what have you, and during my training, I developed some interest in business,
Okay.
which I didn't have before. I got an MBA after I finished
You
my
go, girl.
residency training.
You go.
And then I always wanted to have my own business, and I kept, having ideas and jotting them down and what have you. And so after getting, kind of a little bit burned out
Yeah.
in the corporate structure of the hospital and training residents and
That
that
will
whole
happen.
academic environment,
Absolutely.
which can be pretty political.
Yes.
I forged out on my own
Good for you.
and started that. I wanted to have time to sit with people,
Okay.
which I didn't necessarily have
Before.
in the other environment. Yeah,
That is
yeah.
great. So anybody in your family in the medical field?
My mom. My
Okay.
mom was an RN, of
All
course,
right.
retired many years now. 'Cause she's 81 now, going
my
on 82.
goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Wow. So, yeah, but she just encouraged, not pushed. It was
Right.
just something that I felt that I wanted to do. That was a
Exactly.
dream of mine.
Very
That is
good.
great.
Yeah.
Now, you've been a physician for 25 years?
Yes, ma'am. Can you
Wow.
believe it? Wow.
You've seen a lot. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Yes.
But in your office, you don't perform any surgeries or anything like that?
No, not
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
When I was doing pediatrics, I
Okay.
did circumcisions and different
Okay.
things like that.
Okay.
Some
seen
of the
enough.
guys say ouch, right? But
You've seen enough.
But now it's more talking to people and getting to know what's on the inside,
Okay.
so that I can help them. Because it's not just about the letter of the nutrition. We can all follow a list for a little while.
A little while.
But we got to go deeper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
What makes you, though? What makes you give your all? What pushes you to just be that, have that one-on-one with your patients and encourage them,
I think that it is that's something innate to me. I believe that that's a gift,
Okay.
because I do liken this to a ministry for me as well.
Oh, okay.
I think that that's a very strong skill that I have, that listening to people and then being insightful and being able to encourage
Right.
and not beat down. And I like helping people.
That's
So,
good.
I mean, really even to a fault sometimes.
Yes.
So I have to be
You're like,
careful.
stop that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that that's what my drive is. It's just in my heart to do that, and I do what I can to lend support.
Okay. Are there specific age ranges?
Oh, that's the exciting part. So I told you I was a pediatrician, so I
Right.
never thought I'd be taking care of adults, right? Because they don't listen.
No, we don't.
But they do listen better if they seek me out rather than having to come to me. And
Okay.
so that is much better. But yeah, I can go down to age 5.
Oh, okay.
of helping to manage nutrition. And I don't only do weight loss, actually. I have several clients that I've had to help gain weight, but gain it
Oh, okay.
healthily
Healthy.
rather than just eating everything.
Okay.
To gain healthy weight, nice strong weight,
Exactly.
so that they can continue to be healthy.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
I have always had a love-hate relationship regarding weight loss,
Yes,
which,
I think we all do.
Yes.
which unfortunately led me to having an eating disorder. And so what is healthy weight loss, and what is the normal caloric intake for a woman and a man?
Okay, nice questions.
Thanks.
So for a woman, first of all, let's start with the easy part. So normally, if you're at a normal weight already, then 2,000 calories per day for
good.
women is good.
Okay.
2,500 calories for men, and then just in general. And
Okay.
then as activity may increase, like if you have a bodybuilder or something like that, of course their caloric intake is going to need to be more
Of course.
to support that use of energy.
Yes.
But I think that weight loss, that title is thought of in a temporary way. And although I use that title really to get people's attention, because that's what they're looking for,
Yeah.
when we have the discussion, it's weight management.
Okay.
Because that's a continuous thing.
It's
That's
true.
a lifelong
Life change.
thing.
It's true.
That's every time you make a choice.
Absolutely.
You know, you choose your breakfast, you choose your lunch,
Yes.
you're in the grocery store, you
Yes.
make choices.
That's
it
right.
starts from before you even get to the grocery
You're
store,
right.
that list.
You're right.
And if you're going without a list, then you're really in
That's
trouble.
when you're in trouble. And then the worst thing is to open up a box or eat a grape
While-
or start eating grapes
while
while
you're in
you're,
the store.
walking through the grocery store.
Well, and those are behavioral things. And,
Yes.
and with the talking, with the conversation that I have with folks, that's actually what we're changing. We're
Okay.
changing behavior, but we need to have a reward and then change behavior and
Yeah.
have a reward. So what my thing is to do is help people get a fast win
Okay.
in losing the weight. That's what's on their mind.
right.
But then as we dive deeper and get into conversation, we're going to get what leads to those
Right.
those other choices that we don't want to make, and what's going to help us get to better choices.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's good.
really
Yeah.
strong goal.
Because a lot of times people want the quick results.
Yes.
You know, they want to see it real quick, and then all of a sudden they'll start
Raise
to
my hand.
That's you.
yeah, they want the quick results, and then 2 weeks later
Uh-huh.
they're back to
Yep.
the same old
Overeating.
eating
Absolutely.
habits. So it's all about change.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it takes so much longer to change
Of course.
behavior. And you want that change to go back to the positive. So you want to lose the weight. You want to get your high school weight or whatever that may be. But it didn't take you just 2 weeks to get
Right.
to where you are.
Right.
It took a much longer time. So we're changing behavior that
That's right.
started actually from childhood,
Yes.
different experiences,
True.
you know, as you shared, you know, and that's very cool that you could share that, because that's can be a real pain point for people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, because a lot of times people can't maintain. You can't maintain it because you're eating that candy bar, or oh, I can eat that bag of chips, or I can have that soda. I know years ago I stopped drinking soda. I lost a lot of weight, and I'm like, there's so many calories in
yeah.
soda, so I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do drink their calories, and
Yes.
it can be in soda. And unfortunately, we think that juice is okay, but it's not.
Sweet
sugar.
Most of us don't need juice. Actually, none of us need juice ever. Eat the fruit instead of drinking the juice.
Okay.
The juice is the most sugary part of what you're getting without the benefit of the fiber,
Right.
which is going to help you balance out your diet. So little tricks like that, we have discussion, and people really don't know.
Right? No, they don't. We don't know. You know, there's all these diets. You know, the cabbage diet or keto diet or the Atkins diet.
Yeah.
What would you say about some of these diets?
I absolutely do not advocate the keto diet. I'll just say that point
said
blank.
no.
It is not safe. People have ended up in the hospital
harsh on your
on
body.
that. It is not meant to be maintained, that status of ketoacidosis. That's actually something that doctors actually do everything in their power
Really?
to stay away from
Okay.
for any prolonged period of time. So it's not anything sustainable, and it
Okay.
can really damage your kidneys, and it's really, really harmful to people that may have diabetic type illnesses, pre-diabetic, or
Exactly.
anything else associated in that realm of insulin resistance. So I tell people no keto diet. Some people like to call modified keto, which may be okay, but I have to hear what that modification is.
Exactly.
Yes, so I don't advocate the keto diet at all. And Atkins has even softened their approach, because they used to be
Okay.
what would be called the keto diet
As well,
now.
okay.
That's what-
and then
yeah.
they had to realize that there was a balance with what you do.
My goodness.
Why do you think that many people, they start diets, but they never reach their goal? Do you think it's, for myself, it's mindset? Do you think?
So it's mindset. It's also not having a true expectation. So one of the conversations, part of the conversation that I have with folks that come to me is, hey, you know, when we get to 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to plateau.
Right.
Your body's going to get to its next set point, and then it's going to say, hey, well, let's hang out here for a while. This is a nice new spot. And then we have to, that's where a lot of my support comes in. Then I'm like, no, we need to push past that. This is how we push past. So we have little tricks that we do to get past that plateau, but it's a normal part of the process.
Okay.
And what happens is, actually, it usually happens right when the person has gotten into the true routine of making good choices.
Okay.
And so they get discouraged because they're like, well, how did I get stuck here? Last week I was perfect.
Right.
Right.
This week I was perfect.
Yeah.
But my weight is exactly the same, you know, or I gained like half a pound, which is negligible. But, you know, so those types of things, and people are very discouraged very, very quickly. So if they don't have someone to kind of change that narrative for them, then that's where and then they just fall back into behavior because they figure, what's the use?
It doesn't matter
And that's
anyway.
the self-sabotage that happens over and over and over again if you don't have some encouragement to go past it.
You think that's one of the bigger challenges with
Absolutely.
the clients?
Absolutely. That part, and then being able to maintain for the same reason. And I'll tell you, sabotage is tricky because sabotage happens in your home from people that love you, from your best friend, from the associations that we have. That, you know, food is associations.
Yeah.
Associations with our experiences in life, with people. Sometimes we have people that we just eat with, right?
Right.
That's what we're used to doing with that person. So now this is the person, now you lost 20 pounds and you say, oh, come on.
Have this
You've
piece
been
of
doing
cake.
so well. You look awesome.
You can cheat.
Yeah, you can have this
Yes.
molten chocolate cake with the ice cream on
Exactly.
top and
Oh
eat
my
the
gosh.
whole thing
Right.
by yourself.
Yes, you're trying to make me gain my weight back.
Exactly.
I got it.
So is there a meal plan as well that's involved and
So-
exercise?
Yeah, so I do advocate exercise. I do customize. So the programs that I do are customizable. So I look at the person and what's going on. We don't rush into exercise if we haven't been exercising up until they come and see me. So we don't make that. And I like it for people to start to get an idea of what the nutrition plan should be.
Okay.
First, because it's 80% food, 20% exercise. Great benefits to exercise, but there are a lot of people that will exercise and they're like, I'm not getting anywhere, or they really plateau and they really can't push past that point. And that's what it is. You need to change what's going in your mouth so that you can change really your body.
That's right.
That's
Right. Do you offer workshops? Do you do any type of workshops or anything?
I do. I actually enjoy going into group settings
Okay.
and going and talking to people and doing, you know, seminars
good.
and what have you. I've done in churches.
That's
At
great.
schools, yeah, so that's something that I'm always open to doing.
Well, we're definitely going to post some information so everyone can know how to contact you.
Sure.
I'm
For
sure
sure.
she's been contacted enough, though, with this type of season that we're in right now. Everybody's gaining weight, and
Come on, let's do it. No, I love to help as many people as I can, and definitely using virtual, virtual media as assistants now. I mean, yeah, then I
You
can
have to
reach out
use
to
it
so
now.
many
Yeah.
different people
That's
in
true.
different places. So I love that opportunity, and I use Zoom and
Zoom is everywhere,
FaceTime,
yes.
or even on Facebook,
Anywhere
using
you
the
can.
video there.
That's
Any
right.
way that someone is able, that we can create that contact.
Good. You know,
go ahead.
there's just so much going on today with this pandemic and the injustice. What are your thoughts, if any?
Oh, I have lots of thoughts.
I know.
Well,
I
share
know.
some with us.
So,
Yes.
so let's talk about the pandemic
Yes.
first. So I think that it's comfortable to say that everything is okay. And I think that it's just a kind of a way of putting our heads in the sand, and also having a lot of people that don't have any necessarily medical knowledge give advice on how we proceed, and then ignoring the medical knowledge,
Absolutely.
which unfortunately, like I was talking to adults,
Right. They don't
is
listen.
that they don't
listen.
They want you to tell them how to fix it, but then when you tell them how to fix it, they don't want to do that.
No.
Give me another way. Give me the way that I want to fix
Exactly.
it. So, and unfortunately, that's human nature, and we have to be realistic about what we're experiencing,
Yes.
Right.
and make sure we're looking at things. You know, you're looking at the increase in numbers, and there's some disparity on how we're dealing with that even, and then the whole disparity of who it affects
Absolutely.
and who has really detrimental effect from it. And those are all problems that existed before.
Before.
That's right.
So we didn't fix them.
No.
So now we have a bigger problem,
Growing.
and all it did was stack it on
That's
top
right.
of it and make
That's
it bigger. So, we have to eat away of that to eventually make this bigger, but we have to come together and realize, okay, you might feel okay about being out without a mask and what have you, but what about the other
Absolutely.
person?
Right.
And you don't know your status. Maybe you didn't get tested.
Right.
Or that person doesn't know that you got tested.
Exactly.
So we have to take care of each other, and it's really a way to take care of each other and not only think of ourselves,
Think of
but
somebody
think
else.
of our community and our
That's right.
community at large, which
Yes.
is
Right.
global. So, I just really think that we need to change how we think about that
Right.
and how we deal with people and protecting not only our loved ones but others.
Absolutely.
So sooner or later it comes back around,
It
right?
comes
Only
back
6
around.
degrees of separation,
That's right.
and then something comes back around.
That's right. Any say on the
Social injustice.
social injustice that is happening?
The injustice
world.
part breaks my heart.
Yes.
It breaks my heart. It has been a repeated offense. My sister and I have had some conversation about this. I even I said sorry to her when there was some other killing that occurred in Atlanta
Right.
just the other day.
Right.
And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, because I realized that all of us are hurting about
All
it
of us.
in lots of different ways. No, I don't have a son, but
It
I
could be
still
your-
do
your
have a
daughter as
child
well.
of color.
Yes.
Right.
I'm still of color. I
Yeah.
have a husband.
That's right.
And so those things are, they're very painful to deal with. But I think that also I've had friends that are non-black
Right.
that have reached out to me. And
Doesn't that
just
feel good
out
to you?
of just saying, I don't know what else to do, but I wanted to
Yes.
check
Yes.
on my
right.
friends of color. I said,
Oh,
just
sweet.
doing that. I even got chills
That's
just saying
right.
that.
Yes.
Just doing that, knowing that you should,
That's right.
that should be the right, that your heart is led
Yes.
to do that. I think that automatically opens up the conversation
So wonderful.
for other folks to understand where you're coming from. No, they can't ever understand completely
No.
They can't walk in your shoes.
because
can't.
they'll never be
Right.
of color
That's right.
if
Of
they're
course.
not.
That's right.
But at least they're willing to listen and have empathy,
Absolutely.
and we can have true
Absolutely.
empathy. And
that.
obviously that's true with those that are demonstrating out there for protests and what
Protest.
have you. I mean, locking arms. Like, I
Yes.
feel like
Right.
in a way it has separated us, but in a way it's also bringing
Brought
us
us
together.
together.
And you have to go through that pain first before
Right.
you get to the other side,
Absolutely.
Oh,
unfortunately.
you said that so well.
Yes, you did. Now, you
so-
have a daughter. Did your conversation change with her?
Oh my gosh, my daughter is so socially conscious. So she was asking if she could go to one of the protests,
Protests,
which
yes.
was right when they were just really getting, and I really had to say,
Yeah.
Mommy's gonna have to say no.
No.
But
Yeah.
at the time, she was actually writing something.
Okay.
And so what I would say is, whatever your skill is, whatever your talent is, speak through your talent.
That's right,
Our
use it.
voices get expressed through different ways.
Yeah.
So
That's
she's a great writer.
Yes.
I said, keep writing, because guess what? When the protests are all over,
The writing is still there.
that's still there. Somebody can see that 5, 10,
Yes,
20
that's
years
right.
from
Beautiful.
now, and that's going to be impactful because they'll know exactly how you felt
That's right.
and what was going on
that
around you
time.
at
Yes.
that time. So I think that we need to look at how can we help.
Yes.
I don't think I'm the person that goes out to the protest, but I
Right.
know that there are other. I can
course.
use social media, which I did.
Yes.
I
There you
said
go.
something on social media.
Right.
I'm speaking to you
Yeah.
now.
Right. That's right.
You know, I sent out prayers to people on the Zooms that I
Yes.
do
There you
with,
go.
with my business.
Yes.
So that's just, I think that use what you have, do something, say something,
Right.
but don't say nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely. I love it.
Because you're saying something when you don't say anything.
That's
right. Yes, a
You
lot.
actually did make a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I keep using a double negative, because it's
Right.
still,
Still making a
Sure.
statement.
you're still making a statement, just like not making a decision is a decision. Because something has to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
continue on like this.
No, but this had to happen. I think it was brewing for a long time,
Yes.
and sooner or later
Unfortunately,
that
people had to die.
cauldron.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, yeah,
People had to die,
So many-
but something will be done.
yeah, and hopefully not too many more
I
have
hope
to die.
not.
Although I feel that that's still something because people are not knowing where to put their emotions and how to
Exactly.
deal with that in
Very
constructive ways
Right.
that are going to help to build rather than tear
Right.
down.
Exactly.
Right. Thank you for that.
So yeah, I got feelings about that.
Yeah, I know.
know.
We all do.
Yes, well, we all do.
Yeah. She has a son, daughter. I have a son, daughter. So
Yes.
we completely understand. It just tears us up.
Yeah, and the parent thing is already hard enough. I mean, when they go out, when they're driving, you're already concerned.
That's right.
And now you have
More so.
how many more reasons to be concerned
Even
now?
more.
Yeah.
Waiting for that text. I made it to this place. I made it to
Exactly.
that place. Okay, they're back home. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
know,
can't
now
sleep.
I understand why my mother didn't sleep.
There you
for
go.
No, because
18
there's so
years that I
much
was
going
home.
on in this world. I can't sleep at night until
Yeah.
I know that my son is home.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is good.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Do you have do you have some projects or anything coming up that you want to share with the viewers?
Projects. Well, I have several other. I'm doing some interviews that
Okay.
are going to be online. With different radio stations. So
Okay.
that's coming up. So
Okay,
I'll
good.
post those
Good.
Very
on
good.
social media and share with you
Good.
as they come up. And then just continuing to build what I'm doing here and using some products. That's one of my projects is actually building
okay.
that particular aspect
Can't
of
wait
the
to hear about
business.
that.
Yeah. So, and I've gotten to use them with my clients, and my clients are doing extremely well on them. So I'll just love that.
Yeah, share with us, and we'll share with the viewers.
Absolutely.
We'll post it.
Absolutely.
We will post that. Also, can you tell the viewers how to contact you?
Oh, well, of course, of course. So first of all, I'm on Facebook under my name, Nicole Bramwell. So you can see a lot of things going on there. And then Central Florida Institute of Weight Management, also on Facebook. And then at cfiweightloss.com is my website. And the phone number is 321. Uh-oh. Let me give you the one to text. I
Okay.
never even remember the other one because this texting has just become so
Yes,
much
that's
the
right.
norm. So it's 407-674-5725. You can reach me there. Definitely feel comfortable texting, and then we can follow up with you very, very shortly. But I love for people to reach out, and you can even make an appointment on my Facebook page at the Central Florida Institute of Weight Management.
That's awesome.
Very good. Thank you.
We thank you so much
Thank you
for
so much for
joining
having me.
us.
So nice seeing
Yeah.
you. Time goes so
I
fast.
know, too fast.
Your baby is a teenager.
I know.
She's going off to college.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Scary, scary.
Yeah.
Waiting for that Cash App request.
It's coming.
It's coming.
We're going to have you come back after I utilize what you have going on
Uh-huh.
and show the results.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do a challenge.
Yes.
That's right.
That's
That's right. So thank you, and we hope to see you soon.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. We want to thank you for joining us this evening. Tune in next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for a very informative show. In closing, weight loss is a topic that is discussed on a daily basis. There are over 1 billion overweight adults in the world, and the number grows by the minute. Losing weight is not easy, and it takes commitment. Be patient with yourself. Once you do lose the weight, continue eating healthy, keep up the physical activity, and most importantly, remember you didn't gain all your weight in one day, and you won't lose it in one day.
That's right.
Eat for the body you want, not for the body you have. Thank you for tuning in to Candid Conversations.
Welcome to Candid Conversations online and TV show, a space where the least desired and hardest topics are brought to light in order to heal as a community.